Charles, maybe the most salient feature of this piece is the title. Can you tell us a little bit about the title and how it relates to the piece?
Sure. Asimov at Star's End is a play on words based on the books by Isaac Asimov, the Foundation series. I'm taking the fundamental idea of the Foundation series, and then I'm also taking the plot line and I'm trying to mix it into music.
And how does that unfold in the piece?
The first section is comprised of these solos where there are 4 instruments and they're supposed to express individuality and freedom and agency. And then that agency is immediately taken away from them. Every 30 seconds, the horns come in and tell the soloist to change. And so the soloists have this freedom in the parts where they can do virtually whatever they want with just some pitches. And then the horns come in and break them off, and then new solos start. And it's because what happens in the book, I'm really gonna nerd out right now if you don't stop me. What happens in the book, which is really cool, is that the universe is kind of coming to this huge climax, this catastrophe that's going to happen, and one man has figured out a mathematical way to stop that from happening.
And what comes next in the piece after the free will representation of the solo quartets?
The mule is this creature that comes out of the books that has an ability that was completely unforeseen, which is the ability to read and control minds. And he disrupts everything.
And that comes next in the piece.
Yes.
And after that?
After the moment of chaos, underground, beneath all of this, are agents of what's called the second foundation. And they're the violins. And they're playing harmonics and doing kind of weird things that you don't understand. And at the climax, the strings are at the forefront, finally. And they have a fundamental role.
And after that?
What happens is you find out there's another level. There's a whole planet of these people that can control minds. And the planet is this take on extreme return to nature. And so that's what I brought into that section of the piece, which is based on Madagascar music, Malagasy music. Loosely. It's not going to sound very much like it.
And then?
And then when it pitters out, that's supposed to be the resonance of the universe. It's just marimba and kayamba or maracas slowly fading out.
Can you tell us about that instrument, the kayamba?
It's a bamboo reed shaker. It's flat and it's filled with seeds. And then you play it horizontally like this, going back and forth, unlike maracas, which are up and down. And you can tap on it and do kind of fun things with it.
You use a number of unusual instrumental techniques as well as unusual instruments, putting gongs in water, the use of harmonics and coleño with the strings, and it seems that you were really exploring some unusual possibilities for a large orchestra.
I was trying to do that and grapple with the fact that I don't know what I'm doing. So I know what water gongs are. I have a good idea of what they sound like, and I wanted to mix it with a timpani that's also dropping in pitch. And I thought, in my head, it sounded really great.
How did it sound at the first rehearsal?
Really great. It sounded great.
So it worked.
Yeah, it worked. And I was surprised and happy.